What's up YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a review of the Plume Veil RDA clone, and I think you're going to love it because I do. So stay tuned. So like I said, we're doing a review of the Plume Veil RDA clone, and I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for a cloud machine, this should be on your list at the very top because this thing is a beast. Short pulls, tons of flavor, and a shit ton of vapor. It's freaking crazy. Has 3 different airflow ports. Air hits this coil in all different directions. It's freaking amazing. Has a Delrin insulator, keeps the drip tip extremely cool. This is a 0.23 ohm coil, and it's not uncomfortable in the slightest. It's a warm bait, but I could probably take this down to 0.10 and still be good. So without further ado, I think we'll get into the inner workings of this. I'm going to give you a close-up view of what the inner workings of this coil is, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are with an inside look, up close and personal. This is the black one. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this thing. So you have your 510 connection, excuse me, non-adjustable. This is in there pretty good, so you might be able to get some adjustment out of it, but not much. And one of my only complaints is the cap itself doesn't bottom out on the. See how it gets to right there, but you can also go even more. So it doesn't sit quite flush against the bottom, but on your RDA it should sit flush and you won't even notice that. But so we'll look at the inside of this, and the first thing you see is it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's 24 karat gold plating all the way around. It's 6/1000 of an inch thick, so it should never wear out, I wouldn't think. And one interesting thing that they've done, so let me get this a little closer. If you see this little hole right there, if this thing will focus, that hole actually goes through the negative posts and supplies air to the back side of the coil. So on your draw, air will be coming in this hole and coming out over here, which is amazing. It's freaking awesome. So these holes here for the wire, it'll hold 4 strands of 22 gauge Canthal. They're huge. I mean, not the biggest I've seen, but 4 strands of 22 gauge, that should be more than enough for any kind of twisted coil builds or anything like that. And let's see with the cap here, you have, let's set this down for a minute. So you have one airflow input right there in that hole. You have another one right there, and on the opposite side right there. Plus, these 3 holes actually line up, depending on the position of your coil. They'll line up with that hole. So there's 3 holes, so you can turn it to adjust it depending on where your coil position is here, which is just great design. I can't even believe this thing. And you also have on the top here, if I can get it in frame, you see there's a hole here and a hole here. And what that does, if you screw in your Delrin drip tip, let me get it to turn here, you see when you screw it, it actually drops down. That opens up those 2 holes for airflow. So it'll be taking air in through this hole and then in the coil and then back up through the middle of the drip tip. So I mean, like I said, this thing has air coming from all directions. It's amazing. I'm a huge fan of this. The insulators on here, the negative posts are actually they're cast in with the body, which is amazing. I mean, they're solid, they'll never wear out. The insulators down here have a melting temperature of 650 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 22 millimeter design, the standard. And like I said, the negative pulse are milled into the deck. It's just a really unique design with 3 different airflow sources. I mean, this thing just has a tornado going on inside of it. And if you build a hot enough coil and you wick it right, this thing, it's just a beast. It really is. So there it is in a nutshell. The Plume Veil. Awesome. So that's it in a nutshell, y'all. The Plume Veil, this thing, I got no complaints other than how it sits. It should mount flush on most of your mech mods. This is on the Chiyu, or Caillou, however you want to pronounce it. And like I said, it is a clone. It just depends on how you personally feel about clones. Personally, I don't mind clones. I do have a problem when they put the name of the company who originally designed it on there. So, I mean, if they did the same design and left the manufacturer's name and serial number and all the other garbage they put on there, I'd be perfectly happy. But like I said, it's up to your own personal preference. It's a beast. I mean, even the clone, it hits like a champ. This will probably be my go-to. Like I said, I'm not a huge cloud chaser, but I do like to go to the occasional competition, and this will probably be the one I go to. I'm a huge fan. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And all my new subscribers, I really appreciate the subscription. So I'll take all I can get. So tell your friends. My newest subscriber, Michael Fry, really appreciate it, brother. Thank you for subbing. And I'm sorry this video has been a couple days late. Life happens. You know, I got stuff going on all the time. So we fit it in when we can. So once again, thank you for watching. Click like, please comment. Love watching the comments, and subscribe. And until then, vape long, vape strong.